Okay, we'll see how this works. We're here with Christy. We're at the park. I was just quickly going to talk about bathrooms. It's kind of silly, but I've been in like probably well over 100 bathrooms around the Wasatch Front here in Utah, and I have found, just a little silly fact, that Salt Lake City has 2-ply toilet paper in their bathrooms. 2-ply bathroom tissue, sandy and not good. American Fork has 2-ply toilet tissue in their bathrooms. You know, it's just a funny, silly fact, but I mean, some of these cities, they take care of their people in their bathrooms, you know, and they keep them nice and clean and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're here with Christy today. I told her I wanted her on every Friday, notwithstanding whether she got a job or whatever happened. Just two homeless folks in the park, at least for a little while, and just want a little update, but also wanted to first talk about, you've seen Christy on every Friday for the last 3 weeks now. This is the 3rd week, and just wanted to kind of get an update from her, but also have her talk about her book that I posted a website too. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, and she's going to get some eventually and sell them as well. But anyway, so how are things going this week?
This week is, I actually had some job interviews. I got one job.
Nice.
So hopefully that will.
And what are you going to be doing? If you want to talk about it,
yeah,
you don't have to talk.
I will be a youth mentor
perfect.
for some boys. Just trying to help them get back into a reality and give them a second chance at life. So it'll be a good experience. I'm looking forward to it, so hopefully it'll go well. Hopefully create some more opportunities, you know, for me in my direction.
Talk about your book and how will it help you, you know, writing the book. Will that help you with your job? And, you know, tell everybody about what's it called, and
Okay.
what's it all about?
So my book is called You Are Needed. I wrote it based on, at the time, it was kind of more directed with, you know, suicide and why people take their lives. I was hurt. I've dealt with suicide personally, you know, with my mom, with friends. I know about 10 close people who have taken their lives. And so I try to go to the deeper emotion of why people do it. And, you know, for me, it was like, I don't feel needed. I'm like, there's no purpose that I have here. So a lot of it was just based on, I want people to know that they're needed. And so I wrote it just feeling like in our darkest moments and not understanding why we have to go through so much. And sometimes we have great lives, sometimes we have a lot of things going for us, but we don't have that true happiness. And I just kind of, some of the things that I found out in my own life that I was able to lean on, that, you know, I just kind of want to direct that to people, saying, you know, there's songs in there for the people to listen to. There's a lot of quotes and pictures that are just uplifting, you know, and it just kind of our base of our understanding of why we're here, and you know, that this is not all useless. We are needed, you know, just because who
we needed by? I mean, I guess that's it, you know, and I'm asking a stupid question because I want you to answer it in a way that there are a lot of people out there that say, no, nobody needs me. I don't need to be around. What, you know, I'm no good. I can't get a job, or I've lost a job. I'm divorced, or I'm widowed, or I'm this, or I'm that. I mean, there's all kinds of things. What have you found can keep somebody in the game of life or in life?
That's my own personal, because I've dealt with a lot of abandonment issues and neglect and rejection. So I began to think, well, why am I needed? When I started understanding, because I'm like, what's the whole purpose of life here? So it is a God-based book. It's taken our life back to a God who loves us, and we're all here for the same reason, you know. And
it's not an organized religion specific book, though.
Nope.
It's not LDS. It's not, you know, It's not Jehovah's Witness. It's based on a plain concept of a higher power, things like that.
Exactly. And so finding yourself through him, you're able to kind of identify, he's the one who created you, he's the one who made you with the life that you're going to experience here on earth. But it's like, you're also surrounded by a certain amount of, or certain people to learn things, to grow, to affect other people's lives too. And so just finding all that purpose in there, it's actually,
So for those that aren't, say, religious,
yeah.
There are other alternatives, like we've had, you know, people that have reached out. So reaching out to other people, or other people reaching out to them, can be as significant as, you know, finding your, you know, finding God, or finding that kind of connection as well, right?
Yeah, and like you said, you know, it's just finding that higher purpose of who you are. But you know, I've become so close with God that it's like I know that I know who I am through Him, and so it instills that that thought process for me. So I feel a little bit more magnitude in my life.
Right.
I don't like I said, there's just like a lot of uplifting.
Why'd you write the book?
Because I didn't want anyone to die not knowing that they were needed. Because there were many times that I wanted to drive to my death. I wanted to, I knew of ways that I was going to do, and I have fought through so much, so I wanted people to fight and say, this is not the end of it, and keep going, because, I know that when my mom died, I missed her, and it's like, I will never get her back, you know, and,
right.
and it's just like, I needed her, you know,
mm-hmm.
that it's like, you know, we're all needed people, you know, we don't look at our life and say, oh, this person needs me. We don't hear those comments until, you know, like at a funeral, when someone says, you know, you hear of all the survivors saying, oh, I love that guy, and oh, look at all these memories. I'm like, you know, we just don't realize how effective we are.
Was there someone or something, like, you know, writing the book, was there a story or a moment in your life where somebody reached out to you, or something somebody said, or other than obviously your attachment with God and,
mm-hmm.
and all of that, were there ever any types of things? Because we get a lot of people, you know, because when we do the pull-ups and everybody's doing their own thing and
yeah.
helping out with this, there we go. There always seems to be a connection. Was there a connection with you, with someone or someone else?
I wish there was, but I became...
That's because it's important to reach out.
Yeah.
You know, so you did it with faith in God.
Yeah.
And basically, and there's a lot of people that do that way, save themselves or yeah. whatever. I
was, you know, I try to be there for everybody else, but I didn't really have anyone to fall back on for me.
Uh-huh.
And so it's
no, that's interesting, because I didn't have anybody either. I don't
yeah.
really have anybody either. Nobody really. And
that's why I want to write it, because I'm like, know my words, hear my words, because you don't have to go through this alone. I did reach out once. I called the hotline once, but you know, for the most part.
You got a busy sound? No, I'm just kidding. You didn't get a busy sound.
Yeah, so I don't want people to feel alone. I want, you know, I'm like, I'm here to rescue you. Come to my house. Come, you know, be with me, just so you
right.
aren't alone, because I know what it's like to be alone. So, but it's not a victim thing again. It's like, I just had to work a little harder to find this piece.
Well, plug your book, and what, again, you are needed.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's, where can people get it if they want to read it? Or
it's in selected Barnes & Noble stores. They don't have it in everyone, but it's on demand, so they can get it within 24 hours if you go in and ask for it. It's an ebook and a soft cover through Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble.
Pretty quick, easy read. It's not something that...
See, and it's a short book, because I don't want a novel to read when I'm,
right.
you know, but
right.
I have, even myself, when I go through hard times again, I reread it, and it's like, yeah, okay, because it's got a lot of
right.
empowering moments in it. But yeah, so I was gonna say, it is a quick read. It's just a short, I think there's like 97 pages in it, so and a lot of it are quotes and pictures in it. So
awesome. So been a good week. You got a job, mm-hmm. doing some mint. That's perfect for you, and that will lead to other things. You know that.
Yeah.
Accomplished author, you know, still rolling around in the Jeep, but you know, someday you might be out of the Jeep, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say for this Good Friday?
gosh.
I always put you on the spot.
I know. Just keep going. Just fight. You know, I mean, our moments get hard and they get tough, but it's just don't do anything that you're going to regret and feel like it's a hopeless situation, because it's not.
Right.
Even Facebook message me, because I mean, I'm so willing to share my stories, and I've related. Because
the world would suck without you and me, right?
Right.
The world would suck. And it really would. So, day 102 for pulling people out of darkness and depression. Christi, thanks for joining me again this Friday. You have every Friday you want, and hopefully you folks out there, if you want a quick read and a good read, you'll pick up her book and read it. I think it'd be I've got to pick it up and read it, but I want to buy it so she makes some money on it. That's what we want to do. Anyway, good Bode Friday. Thanks, Christi, for coming. Remember, there's somebody out there that you can help, and there's someone out there that's in crisis, and we don't walk in the same shoes as everybody else does. So this is kind of a non-judgmental social media site. We don't judge people. There are reasons why she's homeless. There's reasons why you out there might not be able to get a job or relate to your kids, or you know, whatever, be destitute yourself. There's a lot of things out there. So it's all about us helping one another. That's what Bode Not Broken is all about, and that's what these little shows and the pull-ups and all that stuff, it's not about me, it's about us and helping each other get through this life. So thanks again.
Thanks, Bo.
We're not wide enough. We'll see you again, and have a great day. And remember, it's all about the band.